Hey there guys, in this video we're going to be doing two different turn 1 OTKs on the Arachne boss. Now before we get started, I'll say that currently I'm getting a cold, so my voice is kind of scratchy. Apologies if I'm coughing and all that. But anyway, we've got Clash of Wills to do, so we're going to be killing this boss with two different teams on turn 1. Now we're going to start off with a slightly more optimized turn 1 OTK that I did on my Clash of Wills video. This is going to be basically using Golbez and Chizuru to kill the boss on turn 1. Then we're going to go back for an even easier to turn 1 OTK using Near, but that requires you to have pulled for the Near units. Anyway, let's go ahead and do a clear with Golbez first. Okay, so during the ambush, the boss puts up these buffs with like barrier, undispellable defense and spirit buffs, etc. as you can see, but Kaito can get rid of all of that. So Kaito in the shift form will crashing waves that'll break the boss, as well as do dispel for the barrier. We're going to unpredictable tide to get rid of the boss's defense and spirit buff, and then we're going to deep submersion to katana in peril. Frievia is going to pressure, flick, and then doesn't matter. That's going to sword in peril for our Golbez. You could also use things like Neovision's Titus to LB on turn 1, because all Frievia is really doing. Well, never mind, actually, ignore that, because we need the light in peril. So we do need Frievia, yeah. Anyway, Aerith is going to base form LB. That's going to imbue the party, amplify the party, and stat buff us with LB damage. Yoshikiri is going to do You Noob, You Lose. For Human Killer, we've got Machine Killer from Aerith. Then we're going to do BA Start on Golbez for even bigger stat buffs and killer buffs, etc. Golbez will Meteor, and Chizuru will shift at LB. So we're going to send Meteor, and we're going to wait. And we're going to send Chizuru, and we're going to hope that I capped it properly. Looks like I did. Okay, there it is. I think I was actually a little bit slow on Chizuru. So we need to do a 1.8. We did 2.9. We almost double overkilled the boss, and I think I was too quick on, or too slow on Chizuru, so we didn't properly cap Meteor, but whatever. It was good. We got it done. So there it is, and Golbez is the boss has 1.85. If Golbez had been properly capped, we could have actually done it with just Golbez, but there it is. And then Chizuru is the tag chainer with some good damage as well. So let me show you the gear, and then we'll swap over to another team using 2B to OTK on turn 1. So I'll show you the gear real quick. So Kaito is naked, so is Frievia, so is Cetra Aerith. Yoshikiri is just using his intrinsic BA Start. That was a free intrinsic. And then the DPS are Golbez and Chizuru. Now we are geared very well. We overkilled by a ton, so you don't need this good of gear. So double-handed sword build on Golbez. You could also go with a rod build and bring Tsukiko to rod in peril, but we overkill by a lot. So here's the setup. We are maxed on everything, maxed human, maxed machine, and yeah, Golbez, amazing turn 1. Chizuru is LB damage versus machines and humans. There's the setup. She's maxed on everything as well. A lot of killers, etc. The cool smile card, and then maxed LB, maxed human, maxed machine, and that was the turn 1 OTK with this party. Now let's do it again with 2B. Okay, so we're going to swap out Frievia and bring 2B instead. I'm sorry, we're going to swap out Golbez and bring 2B instead. And we're going to bring Tsukiko instead of Frievia for a bigger light in peril. And let's do another turn 1 OTK. So this is basically the same concept. The only real difference is instead of Golbez, we're using 2B. But yeah, let's do it again. So Kaito will, as before, do Crashing, Unpredictable, and Deep. Will base form LB Aerith. Tsukiko will do Omamori, Light Support, or Light Consecration, and Mandala Light. It's kind of redundant with Aerith, but we wanted that big in peril. Yoshikiri will do You Noob, You Lose, and BA Start on 2B this time. 2B will base form LB. Chizuru will shift at LB. Now, when you click them, make sure you click 2B before Chizuru for that bigger katana in peril. So there it is. And these should OTK the boss as well on turn 1. Nice damage. We need 1.8. We did 2.9 again. So same thing as the Golbez Clear. This is for those of you that don't have the Dazzling Demoness card or a well-geared Golbez, but you did pull for 2B. She can easily carry it on turn 1 as well with some help. So here's the breakdown. 2B is just really good damage, better than Chizuru. But Chizuru still helped a lot. So there's the setup, and I'll show you the team's gear and all. Alright. And yeah, there's the 2 different OTKs on turn 1. So Naked, Kaito, Aerith, and Tsukiko. Yoshikiri, just the intrinsic. 2B, or I'm sorry, Chizuru is the exact same build as the other one. And then 2B in the base form is EX2, 11,000 attack power. And again, we overkilled by more than 1 billion. So you don't need this well of a gear. Like if you don't have the Dark Vision's Katana, it's fine. Give her own STMR. There it is. There's the setup. I just went for the max possible damage. And then we're using the Knights of Grand Shelt card. And again, we over geared by a lot because we did 1 billion extra damage. Okay, there's the 2 different ways to turn 1 OTK. Hope it helps. See you in a bit.